piece out of this book, America's Test Kitchen, the complete baking book for young chefs. So I'm going to be on page 114, and this is just a 2-hat recipe, so let's get started. So for your ingredients, you're going to want 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. You're going to want 1/3 of a cup of granulated sugar. You're going to want 1 egg yolk, and just to separate eggs, you can just crack your egg in 1 bowl, and you're going to have another bowl next to you, and you can clean your hands, and you can just dip your hands in there and separate them until there's no egg whites and just the egg yolk, and then you can put this in the extra bowl and throw the other one out. So you're also going to want 3 tablespoons of cream cheese, and this is just softened, and yeah. You're also going to want 3 1/4 teaspoons of vanilla extract. You're going to want 6 tablespoons of softened butter, and I've just cut this into 6 pieces. You're going to want a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/8 teaspoon of baking powder. So for the jam, you can use grape jam, you can use marmalade, you can use blueberry jam, if that's a thing. You can use raspberry jam, but my personal favorite is strawberry, so I'm using 1/3 cup of strawberry jam. Okay, so let's get started. So for our dry ingredients, I'm taking my flour, my baking powder, my baking soda, and my salt. And I'm going to whisk this together until it's all combined, so that I don't see anything. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm taking my stand mixer, but you can use a large bowl if you're using a handheld mixer. And I'm going to take my butter and my sugar, and I'm going to beat this until it's fluffy, so about 3 to 4. So I've done that, and it's nice and fluffy, so I'm just going to take a rubber spatula, and I'm going to scrape down the sides of the bowl so that it's not all sticking to the side. And there we go. So now I'm going to add to this my cream cheese, my egg, and my vanilla. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So here's my cream cheese. And I'm just going to put it in there. There we go. I'll put in my egg. There we go. Alright, then I'm also going to add my vanilla, and that's 3/4 teaspoon. So I'm going to take this. Oops. There we go. And add 1, 2, 3/4 teaspoon. Alrighty, so now I've done that, and I'm taking my flour mixture, and I'm starting this on low speed, and I'm going to carefully put this in there, and I'm going to do this for about 30 seconds until everything's combined. So now I'm going to put my dough on this baking sheet, and I just have a rimmed baking sheet, and I just lined this with parchment paper. And now I'm taking a teaspoon, and I'm going to do about 2 teaspoons per ball. Just like that. Maybe a little less. There we go. And then I'm just going to roll this out really good. It's a very smooth ball. Like that. And I'm just going to place these on my baking sheet. Okay, so I have 24 balls here, and they're all even. They're about 2 teaspoons, maybe just a little bit more. Now I'm going to take my thumb, and I've cleaned my hands, and I'm just going to go right here, and I'm just going to press down. And I'm going to make little molds for the jam to go. So I printed all of them, and what I did was these little cracks, they're totally fine. Just make sure there aren't any major ones that are going to like make the jam leak out. And then just kind of make everything look even. And then I kind of pinched around the edges to make it a little bit bigger so all the jam would fit. And I'm going to put about 2 teaspoons, maybe a little less, of jam in each cookie. Like maybe for this one I only need 1 teaspoon, but on some of the bigger ones I might need 2. Just depends on if all your cookies are even enough. I might just stick to 1 teaspoon, maybe 2. So I'm just going to do this with all of my cookies until I've used up all of them. Oops. And I'm just going to smear up the top. Okay, so I put actually half a teaspoon in. Once I read the recipe again, it's only half a teaspoon, so no more than that. And then I'm going to bake these. Alrighty, so I looked at the recipe again, and it's actually only half a teaspoon, so just make sure you don't do any more than half a teaspoon to fill your cookies with the jam. And I'm going to bake these for 15 to 18 minutes at 350 degrees until they're golden. Alrighty, so I've pulled them out of the oven and let them cool, and they look something like this. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to subscribe to this channel, click the link below, and don't forget to hit the like button. Bye, guys!